Hey friends, Thor Cow here. It's This Week on Blu-ray and DVD. Welcome back. We've got two titles to talk about, and a doozy starts us off. We're talking Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice. And there's no nice way to put this. This movie was a mess. You know, I had trepidation when I heard that they were going to be doing a movie that combined Batman and Superman and tried to usher in a new era of DC movies and really kind of introduce the Justice League. They do this in a vague sort of way in the film, and that just kind of added to the overall bombastic, crowded nature of the movie that Zack Snyder brought to it. Stylistically, though, the production value is there. I mean, it looks great. It's really well lit. The action sequences, for the most part, are staged well, and the visual effects were convincing. Unfortunately, there's just too much going on. So basically, Metropolis is the setting for the pitting of Batman against Superman, and then they put their differences aside to take on a greater danger, and that comes in the form of Jesse Eisenberg's Lex Luthor. Now, the Ultimate Edition on Blu-ray and DVD comes with 30 minutes of new footage, and that actually does have a silver lining because there's some scenes that flesh out the characters a little bit more and give you an expanded idea of the story. But many people, with this movie being in the upwards of 2.5 hours, felt like any more added to the film was just a slog. But as you can see here, it does deliver in the action department. Unfortunately, people like Amy Adams' Lois Lane and even Henry Cavill's Superman just didn't have a lot to work with in this film. It basically feels a lot like a Batman movie as well. So hopefully they can work out these kinks with the subsequent Justice League movie that's coming and the other Batman movie that Ben Affleck is going to be directing. It's loaded with great extras and Blu-rays, but honestly, I just found the film overall rather tedious and bloated, so I'm going to have to give it a pass, although I would say it's worth seeing just for the sheer spectacle of it. There you go. Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice. All right, let's leave you with a great one. Don Cheadle, front and center. He co-wrote, stars, and directed his first directorial feature debut as well in Miles Ahead, and he gives a career-defining performance as the legendary Miles Davis in this no-holds-barred, impressionistic portrait of one of the 20th century's most creative geniuses when it came to the music realm. Now, basically, this focuses on the period in Don Cheadle, in Miles Davis's life when he was taking a break from music in the late 70s, and his voice was stifled by drugs, pain medications, and just erratic behavior. So I like that it took this uncomplimentary approach to the singer, and Cheadle is just sheer magnetism in the role, and you see these earlier flashback scenes when he was in his prime. And Ewan McGregor is awesome in the film as well as a Rolling Stone reporter, essentially trying to track him down, almost stalking him in a sense to get that big story. He's under a lot of pressure, and Emma Yassi Corinaldi is sensational as Cheadle's first wife there. So great acting here. I really liked the script. It was snappy. It kept it rolling. Sometimes Cheadle's directorial style gets a little bit, I don't know, shall we say stylistic and impressionistic, but that sort of fit who Miles Davis was. So it's a little bit of a B-movie at certain points, but always engaging, and a career-topping performance for Cheadle as well. And the music is great, and I just loved what Ewan McGregor brought to it. So very cool, very sultry, and does not paint the subject in the most flattering light, which I sometimes think is great in biopics. They don't always have to be so sanitized. So there you go, Miles Ahead. Get it? That's my pick of the week. If you want to avoid Batman v Superman, this one might be more up your alley. There you go, swinging punches and everything. All right, people, that's it. We'll close it out for This Week on Blu-ray and DVD with just two titles to talk about. I'm Thor Cow. You can catch me on Twitter at Thor Cow, and we'll see you next week right here on BreakfastTelevision.ca.